Donald Trump's legal team is trying once again to get a federal judge to dismiss some of the former president's criminal charges related to his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. In a new court filing, his lawyers argue some of the charges should be thrown out because of a Supreme Court ruling on how prosecutors bring obstruction cases. Over the summer, the Supreme Court narrowed how the Justice Department could use a felony obstruction charge to prosecute January 6 rioters. It has prompted Justice Department prosecutors to drop the felony obstruction charge against a handful of the riot defendants, and it led to judges resentencing rioters. Mr. Trump is charged with the same alleged crime, obstruction of a congressional proceeding. However, prosecutors have previously said in court that the Trump case is different. We've got more national headlines. Alan Miller is here with that.
Well, Monica, the Supreme Court will decide whether Mexico can sue gun makers for violence along the border. Mexico accuses gun distributors of facilitating the flow of firearms to drug cartels. The question for the justices is whether a federal law prevents Mexico from suing the companies. The Protection of Lawful Commerce and Arms Act generally protects gun makers and distributors from civil liability when their products are used in crimes. The High Court today granted a request by gun manufacturers to review a lower court ruling reviving the case. The Supreme Court is letting rules that would cut emissions of the gas methane and the metal mercury stand. The ruling doesn't uphold the methane and mercury rules, but it allows the Biden administration to enforce them while legal challenges continue. That process could take years. Republican leaders in 24 states wanted the Supreme Court to stop the methane rule, arguing the EPA overstepped its authority. Former President Obama is hitting the campaign trail. Next week, he's set to start a 27-day sprint for Vice President Kamala Harris. He will stop in several swing states, including Pennsylvania. A Harris advisor says the team is hoping Obama's star power can help energize complacent Democrats. And one of the stories we're working on for First News at 6, another big step regarding the construction of Bismarck's riverfront project. Back to you, Monica.